I thought Milwaukee Uncut was going to take off right away. I liked the brand a lot. I couldn't get guests on consistently. We were getting said no to a ton. The content's not going anywhere on social media. The show's not getting a lot of downloads. I didn't want to quit. We shut down the show from August of 23 to December of 23. We put out a clip on how far Milwaukee walks per day. It just shot off and got over 100,000 views quickly. And he picks it up and he's like, oh, someone's at the door. Can you get that? I run out there and it's Giannis.
I was just hoping everything was going to turn out.
Hey guys, welcome back to a special episode of Milwaukee Uncut. We're going to do something a little different today. Bre and I have never really told the story of Uncut, and we've been through a lot the last year. We started it in 23. It didn't take off. We had to shut it down. It was shut down until this time last year, essentially, and we have pretty much grown it from nothing to, we were at around 1 million views a month from July through October, hit 4 million in November, are on pace for that in December, and we've got some good stories to tell, so we just wanted to throw it all out there. We had our good friend, Andrea Boehlke, who's been on the show, 3-time Survivor Contestant, come down and host this one, which was awesome. Big fan of hers. So yeah, we're excited to share this with you. Before we dive in, we just want to thank our sponsors quick. Nicolet, who's just meant a lot to us this year. We would not be here without them. Also, 3 Sheeps who came on mid-year, which we were very excited about and have signed on through 25. So we're super excited to expand that relationship in Northwestern Mutual, Milwaukee, downtown. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe if you have not already. A lot of great episodes coming up. And Oakley wanted to say hi as well. Look at this guy. Here he is. Okay, let's dive in.
It's Richie Burke and Bre Barnett on the big couch. How are you feeling?
You know, I kind of feel like this is couples therapy too. You're our therapist right now.
Andrea Boehlke is such a well-qualified couples therapist for right now. Let's go.
We could turn it into that. But I'm happy to be here. Richie asked me to kind of fill in because you haven't really talked about the beginnings of Milwaukee Uncut, right? This will be the first time. This is the first time you're in that couch.
I know, it feels weird.
Yeah? Yeah, tell me about it. Why does it feel weird to you?
Because I've sat in that chair 100 times and have not sat here before.
How do you feel, Bre?
Bre's used to being over there,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
You're
Usually
on the
I'm on the other side, so on the left side today.
Giannis sat here 3 days
He
ago.
did.
That was cool.
I saw that. That must have been amazing. How did you get him in here?
That's probably a more exciting story than the rise of Milwaukee Uncut. We can get into that. So anyway, Bre and I were meeting with the Admirals. We've had them on before, might do some stuff with them next year. So we were in a meeting and then we got out and I checked my text messages and one of my buddies, Anthony Malachek, offered me his courtside tickets to that game. He texted me an hour ago. There's no way they're still available. So I was like, shit, I missed this. I'll take them if they're there. And they were still available. So we scrambled and went to the Bucks Magic game and got to sit down on the floor, which I think ruined going to all future Bucks games for me because that was just incredible. So thank you to Anthony. And Tony, the NASA's producer, texted me too, like, hey, can we record tonight? And I was like, sure, we can come in after the game. So Bre and I were going to just go to the game and pop back here after and record the analysis, which is a good show. Everyone should check out. So we went to the game. That was a lot of fun. Sat down there, had a bunch of Wisconsinitis from 3 Sheeps. Beer Wisconsin drinks. Had to get a plug in there. Good beer at the Pfizer. Then we came back here and yeah, we were recording Thanasis' show. Bre was recording it. And Thanasis was like, oh, my mom might stop by. And we were like,
At this point, it's like 11 o'clock at night too.
yeah, so he starts at like 10. It's 11 o'clock on Tuesday. He's like, my mom might stop by. And we were like, oh, that'd be really cool if Mrs. Adetokumbo would stop by, which it would be.
Yeah.
Like, she's, like the queen of Milwaukee, kind of, since that family is just royalty here. And so then his phone starts like vibrating during the show when him and Tony are like an hour into it. And he picks it up and he's like, oh, someone's at the door. Can you get that? And then I run out there and it's Giannis standing outside of our door with his mom, like in some van. And he's there. And then I open the door and I put my hand out and I'm like, hey, I'm Richie. And he's like, Giannis. And I'm like, I know.
So So it was totally unexpected.
Yeah, we didn't know. And like, I mean, Bree's back there producing the episode after a few beers at the game. Like Cody's back there right now. I don't like making Cody come in at 10 p.m. on weeknights, but if we knew Giannis was coming, we would have like, not that Bree's not the A team. She does a fantastic job, but she's not like an audio video expert. So Giannis just rolls in here, grabs the mic where I'm sitting right now, moves it up front.
And that point is too, I didn't like really have a camera set up for him either. Like really.
No, and he never goes on podcasts. Like this is the first time he even went on Thanasis' show other than a live show once. So it was kind of a big moment for Thanasis and their show as they're going into next year. And we want to do really good work for them and everyone who comes in here, but that was just like what is happening kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was going through your head? You were the one who was like had to make sure everything was going fine.
What was going through my head? I was just hoping everything was going to turn out.
Yeah, that you didn't
that
forget
like a
to
camera
hit record or something.
Exactly. I was literally like triple checking everything, like making sure that's recording. Okay, audio good.
Bre signaled to me I had to adjust
like, oh my
his camera.
God, like
Giannis
I didn't even have
like,
time to like adjust his camera to like focus on him. So luckily like that was pretty good that it was set up, but
I can do that. I shifted it over like an inch. I could do that.
He's a big man.
And it went well. And then they were out of here in like 30 seconds after the episode, just a complete stealth operation from Team Giannis and the crew. And Bre and I just looked over at each other like, what just happened? And Tony got the footage. You got Tony the footage.
Yeah.
And then I was just hoping I didn't get a text from Tony in like a 12-hour window. You're not going to get it. Giannis is probably one of the probably top 5 in-demand athletes in the world. He's probably like a top 10, 20 person in the entire world from an in-demand standpoint to like being here. You don't want to fuck that one up.
Yeah.
I was relieved the next morning that I didn't get a text from Tony, and then extremely relieved when I saw a YouTube video from that episode go out that night. And he got some texts that did a great job. So mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Pretty cool story.
How starstruck were you in that moment? Do you guys get starstruck?
Yeah, I get nervous. I get starstruck. I think the Giannis thing just happened so fast. It was just like you had no time to think about it, where some of these episodes when people come in, you have a week to prep, or, they're coming in for a couple weeks, and it kind of leads up to it, where that was like, wow, he's at our door and I had no idea he was coming out.
Yeah, you kind of didn't have time
because he's a large human being too. I'm 6'1".
Yeah, he made this couch look small.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Giannis was right there, it really is a testament to how far you've come here and how far you've grown. So I am curious because we want to talk about the beginnings of Milwaukee Uncut. So take me back. How did this all come to be?
So I got into podcasting in 2016, kind of late 2016. Had a show called The Go-Getters. It was a community-based show. It did relatively well for a community show. Like it got hundreds of thousands of downloads between I think like 2018 and 2021. And then on that end, and we have a marketing agency, it's called Storymark Studios now. It was called GGMM at the time. Things just really started going downhill for us towards the end of 2022, which was shortly after Bre came on board. My operations director left out of nowhere that summer, just took a new opportunity. Bre was open to a new opportunity. She left, and Bre had been helping behind the scenes for a while. So I didn't think we would ever work together.
No.
But it just kind of happened out of desperation. Like, I need someone. I can't do any of this operations and organizational
and I was
stuff.
like, I need to try something new too with my career.
Yeah. So Bre came on then, and shortly after that, a lot of shit hit the fan. We lost our biggest client on the agency side. Their CMO went to a different company, and that fell through. We were producing some shows. One got picked up by a larger network, and we got left with nothing for the time we put into it. Some other things just dropped off and opportunities didn't pan out. And it was like, what are we doing? Like this isn't working right now. And sometimes it takes a crisis to make some changes. So we were like, we need to narrow our focus. We were offering so many things to so many different companies. The podcast downloads were definitely in decline at that point as well. We decided to move and revamp everything and build out this place at a time where there was no certain future and we were not doing very good on the balance sheet, but did that and got through it, and then launched Storymark Studios and Milwaukee Uncut in May of 2023. So about a year and a half ago. I thought Milwaukee Uncut was going to take off right away. I liked the brand a lot. We had some good guests. Chevy, the mayor in Milwaukee, was on. Tommy G, who's a big YouTuber, Travis Diener and Steve Novak, like DJ Shauna. Those were 4 of our first 6 guests on that whole relaunch, and it didn't really take off like I thought it would. And I couldn't get guests like that on consistently. We were getting said no to a ton. It was like, okay, well, the content's not going anywhere on social media. The show's not getting a lot of downloads. Like, I didn't want to quit, but we needed to change what we were doing and do something different. So we shut down the show from August of 23 to December of 23. And some good things started happening. Charlie Barons, we got him, Central Standard, who was sponsoring us at the time, introduced us to his manager, or Charlie said he'd come on and then funneled us to his manager. And then I bothered his manager like every week for 3 months. And then, then finally Charlie got in here, who I actually talked to last week. Not very nice guy.
Oh, I love Charlie. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he was nice. It was nice to talk to him
Wisconsin staple.
It was funny. He was driving to his next tour stop and was just wearing like aviators and a bomber jacket and headphones on. He looked like he was flying a plane in the 1940s, but he was nice enough. He was nice enough to hop on a call with me. But anyway, that was a good break. And we relaunched everything in December with him in an episode with the Bishop Hines, and we redid our content a little bit. Cody came on, who's a very talented editor, and that was kind of a good little break. And then the Milwaukee came on, which was cool.
How'd you track him down?
Okay, that's a good story. So I Facebook messaged him.
He doesn't have email.
And he said, I was like, hey, can you come on the show? And he was sure. And I give him a date and he like thumbs up emoji'd it or something. And then I was like, Milwaukee, what's your email? I'll send you an invite, because I send all the guests a Google Calendar invite like a normal human being. So I like, what's your email? He just responds to the message, I don't have emails. So I'm just going off that Facebook. I don't have his number. I'm just going off that Facebook message thread, and he's supposed to come in. I forget. Let's say it was at 2:00. So 2:00 comes, 2:10 comes, 2:15 comes, 2:20 comes. We're like, there's no way this guy's coming in. He hasn't communicated with me in 2 weeks. Then just sweating off the street. Milwaukee just rolls right in here.
Did he walk?
Oh yeah. He walks everywhere.
He walks everywhere.
He literally walks everywhere.
Does he have a car?
No, absolutely not.
Wow.
Hates getting in cars, doesn't go to restaurants. I like him though.
Like
I've enjoyed all my interactions with the Milwaukee.
He's a very nice.
We might do an ad with him soon. I was messaging him on Facebook again. I don't have his actual number the other day, but anyway, that was a good break. And so things started picking up a little bit, started going our way, and then.
Wait, so not to interrupt you, but the Milwaukee was after you took that little break.
Yes,
right?
He was in the batch after we took the break. So this is in like December. So
what did you do in that break? Because it seems like the break really helped and you changed a few things and then things were more successful.
I stacked some interviews. So Charlie, I think we recorded in September. That episode didn't come out in December. Milwaukee might have been in October or something like that. So I wanted to make sure we had like a month runway of good guests where, okay, this better work or we're kind of screwed. And if it doesn't work, at least we gave it our best shot and like put our best foot forward with the content and the guests. You should give things more than a month or so runway, I think. But it was like, okay, we got some A Milwaukee players coming in. And then we did that in December and we got a little bit of traction. I think the one that kind of kicked it was Milwaukee came on, and then we put out a Dating in Milwaukee episode that did well. We had a clip on where to meet women in Milwaukee. Not the one that you were on, a one before that preceded that one.
That was the video that I first saw. And then I followed you. Yeah, that one just came up on my Instagram, just popped up. And that's how I found you guys in the first place.
And then I DM'd you. Like,
yeah. Well, I didn't really agree
hey, you
with.
should come on.
Yeah, because the video that I saw was just funny because it was a little controversial.
Right.
Because it was
Yeah.
where to meet women, but it was, you were trying to set up Ben, right?
Oh yeah,
And
that
then
was a good
they,
video.
you know,
I took the photo of Ben I could find on Facebook of him shirtless on a beach like this, and then just Cody, can you pop that up right above the hook and put a Ben Anderson is curious right here? We ran into Ben at the Packard game. Oh yeah, you met him probably.
Yeah.
So that was funny. Whenever I can use Milwaukee Uncut to roast my friends, it's a win for me. So that clip did well. Then Milverine's clip, we put out a clip on how far Milverine walks per day. And that was the first, I think, truly viral clip we had where it just shot off and got over 100,000 views quickly. And then it was like...
That's kind of when we realized social clips were a big focus for the podcast.
In good social clips.
Yeah.
They have to be done right.
Yeah.
So many people put out social clips that don't do anything, which we did for a while, and it took us a while to find out what's working, and that's really continued to evolve and improve, and even the clips we put out now look a lot different than the ones we were putting out in December and January. And I think Russell Nicolet saw that clip, the guy on the billboards, and he reached out to us, and I think he saw the Milverine clip and then saw Charlie was on our page because I pinned Charlie to the top, which was smart of me. And I think I put his face in 7 other clips that we put out because for whatever reason, everyone just loves that guy.
I know.
So I just put him in as much shit as possible. And that was a huge break because Nicolet came in as a title sponsor, and that gave us a bit of a financial runway because we were just kind of scraping by with Central Standard, which we were extremely grateful for and excited for. But it's oh, cool. A brand's reaching out where I didn't have to hunt them down and beg them to, come on and justified the time we were putting into it a little bit. So that was when we started seeing the first kind of traction on it. And then in those months, we were getting kind of in the 2 to 3 to 400,000 range from February through June, and then I've decided to put a golf episode out.
Wait, why is it Bre's not
More so, he's lost a lot of money with golf, so it's actually an ROI with his golf.
You make it seem like I'm gambling.
No, not
I'm
with
just
betting,
competing.
just of all the money you put towards golfing.
Okay.
It's a lot. Tournament fees?
It's a very unprofitable hobby that Bre and my dad...
And your time, too.
I enjoy the competition. Bre and my dad call it Loserville. Me competing in these tournaments with high schoolers and college kids. Low key, my dad's checking live scoring during those things, but
yeah, people are
But
impressed by your
the golf does well.
Yeah.
thanks, Andrea.
It does.
People
You're
like
damn
it.
right.
People
It
I
does.
see.
like it.
You know what? As your therapist, I see both sides. I'm
Yeah.
not a big golfer, but I understand it does well, and
Well, now
everyone
he's
needs their
making
hobbies.
some money off of it, so it's fine with me.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We're
Yeah,
proud
so
of you.
we put a golf episode out, and I remember it was 4th of July weekend. We put a clip 9 courses under $60 you need to play, and I didn't think golf content would perform well on the Uncut channel, which kind of goes back to the importance of experimenting and trying new things and figuring out what's going to pop off and just adapting. And I remember hitting a refresh 5 minutes after and being holy shit, these notifications for this golf clip are going through the roof. So we've done a couple more golf episodes since then and have a big announcement coming soon about an event that's coming up.
Bre's so excited.
I know.
But there's stuff for the girls too. Because I find when I was on, and
We have a girls event idea as well.
ooh,
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, what would you say is your audience here?
Well, if we look at the analytics, it is largely the 24 to 45 demo, 2/3 male to female.
Okay.
So it's not
Could be worse.
It's not 90% male.
So the clip that we did, which was where to find 30s women in Milwaukee, I felt that there was a good amount of women that commented, agreeing or disagreeing.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
We should do.
Andrea, how'd that clip work for you?
Oh, it was great. Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
initial reaction from your standpoint when you came on and saw the Where to Meet 30s?
Yeah.
Let's go live.
I know. I feel like I'm assuming anyone that's listening to this podcast knows all the clips. We are having a very like inside baseball talk, but I did a clip with you where I said where to meet women in their 30s, and I said Interval Coffee Shop is where I'm at every day. And then I listed some places, and then the last place that I'd heard about that I was told I need to check out is Tin Widow.
Mm-hmm.
So then we basically did a call to the men of Milwaukee.
To take Andrea
The
to
single
Tin
men
Widow.
of Milwaukee.
And I had a lot of guys DM me. So that was cool. And then it was a little overwhelming. So I did choose somebody. So I went on one date to the Tin Widow, and it was great. And the Tin Widow is awesome. And I think people should go there, especially now because they decorated it for
with
Christmas.
the Christmas pop-up bar.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think I can comment too much on what...
Andrea, how many DMs did you get from the clip?
I thought, how many was it? Maybe 30 to 40?
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite a few. I mean, 30 to 40
Solid.
single men
What was
around here.
what was actually really weird was sometimes I pop in and off of Hinge, right? And so I was on Hinge at the time. I had so many people, or I mean, not so many, but I had a few guys actually match with me and then say, "Can I take you to Tin Widow?" And so that now when guys hit on me, it's either
Let's go.
It's either can I take you to Tin Widow or
you're-
can I take you to Interval?
Did you get sick of that?
I know, it's fine. I mean, you know, I'm trying to find my match. But yeah, the Tin Widow date was great. A really awesome person. And we've hung out probably 5 or 6 times. But what I think I learned through all of it, though, is I'm still a little bit fresh out of a breakup, that I'm not taking dating so intentionally. And so I kind of have learned that I'm being very honest about where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, when you get out of something, well, you two wouldn't know, but when you get out of something and you feel like you finally got over that last person and then you're single, like I kind of want to be with my girls, doing the like Santa rampage. You could make out with someone, you could not make out with someone in an elf suit. Like, so I kind of want the vibe
You can
to
do
be,
whatever you want.
Yeah.
No, but if you're dating someone seriously, you
Well, I
can't.
know. That's what I
No,
was
that's
going
what
off of.
you're looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah.
So I think
The
I'm kind
Andrea Boehlke Freedom Festival is in full effect right now, and we love it here in Milwaukee Uncut.
the Freedom Festival. Yeah. So I'm just having fun out there. But it was a really cool experience. And I mean, we've all hung out now as friends, and it's kind of cool to meet you in this way. And I'm curious because I've been recognized out in Milwaukee from Milwaukee Uncut. Because normally I am recognized for Survivor or maybe
We've seen that before.
Yeah, we have
or
multiple
maybe
times.
Discover Wisconsin. But it was cool. Someone came up to me and they said, "Are you going to interview me?" And I said, "Wait, what are you referring to?" And they're like, Milwaukee Uncut. I'm like, "No way!" I'm like, Richie's gonna love this. And I think I texted you too at like midnight. I'm like, "I know you two are probably asleep, but I just got recognized from Milwaukee Uncut. This is a big deal."
I loved waking up
It
to
was,
that.
yeah.
But so that guy that came up to me, he was saying, "Oh, are you going to interview me?" Because he was referring to some of the in the field content that I've been helping you with.
Did he want you to ask him how many beers he was having?
Probably.
Probably, but I see that stuff is doing really well for you too. So how did it come about that you started going in the field to different Wisconsin sports games and asking people how many beers they drink or how many drinks they have before a game?
Bre, you've been doing a great job. You want to take that one?
Well, I guess it first started like you were just kind of like, oh, let's go to a brewer's tailgate. And then you proposed the question, like, how many beers is the perfect amount of beers to have for a brewer's tailgate? And at first, like, your humor is a lot different than mine. So at first I'm like,
Bre doesn't
okay.
find bro humor very funny.
Yeah, I'm not like a bro humor type person, but that stuff does well, clearly. So I was like, oh, okay, let's go for it. We stopped at a bar beforehand because I need a few margaritas in me before I'm going up to
You're
people.
admitting that publicly.
And now I'm
You're
admitting that publicly.
I have no problem in admitting that. That in the field content soberly is not easy.
You have to have a couple before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah, it just kind
finding-
of loosens you up.
I compare it to the Loserville golf scene. You got to find your PAL perfect alcohol level and coast on that. You know, there's the nerve zone, then there's the PAL zone, and then there's the danger zone when you overdo it. So you just want to shoot out of the nerve zone as fast as possible, which for me, a couple beers or something, and then just coast on that where
coasting
you're in
on
a
it.
good spot.
Yeah. So just had 2 margaritas. That felt good.
Oh, wow.
And the 2, for me personally, I've never really gone up to someone, just started asking questions with a microphone in their face. So, or really gone up to anyone in general.
It was so funny. So we did it for like, the Brewer thing was the final playoff game of the year against the Mets, which unfortunately they lost.
Yeah.
So Bre and I went to Oscars down there before then and had a couple drinks and then went and did the tailgate and edited a video quick of some guy who had a hilarious response. I forget his name. He's a student at Whitewater who is 21. Want to make that
He did
clear.
look young, though.
We did ask them. Hopefully they weren't lying. I don't think they were. But anyway, so and that did really well. But before that, Bre and I went in the field once in April because some guest canceled and we were like, we need a clip to post this week. And the Cubs were back in town and Craig Counsell, the Brewers manager who left for the Cubs, was back. So we went to some bars on Brady. And I remember Bre and I were like sitting at the bar, like having a beer and taking a shot. And I saw a group and I was like, I think they'd be good. And Bre was like, can we wait a few more minutes? And I'm like, have you ever approached anyone in your life? No.
Have you not gone up to anyone in public?
Well, I mean,
when you're a guy, you like have to go up to girls at a bar, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess I've never.
I used to do that
something.
often,
Yeah.
but I'm extremely rusty at this point, so I had to gear up a little bit. It's kind of comparable when you're walking up to random people in the
don't know
field.
if you're going to get rejected or not.
Yeah, but people have been extremely welcoming.
Yeah, especially if they're drinking too.
Yeah.
That does help.
It's a good
Yeah, it
environment.
is.
And we selectively like
You kinda
we
know
can tell
who's gonna be open
who's
to
who
talking
that
to you.
group looks good.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
group looks like they're going to be funny. They look like they'd talk to us, opposed to just going up to people who are peacefully enjoying themselves and being like, "Hey, I want to be on Milwaukee Uncut."
Yeah, it is a skill. It's kind of, you're right. If you've never had to go up and you probably never had to.
No, not really. So
What about you, Andrea? Did you have to go up to people back in the day, or did you?
I like going up to people.
yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that's definitely
Because
Yeah,
I-
you have like a
personality.
rare
Yeah.
Yeah.
skill with that, probably.
Or I feel like you're really good with like flirting too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also love just talking to strangers.
Yeah.
I talk to strangers constantly. Just if I'm at a coffee shop or in line somewhere, or like I just like to kind of start a conversation with people. So that stuff is not, that's
And I mean,
not
that
hard
was
for
like
me.
your job too.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
do.
you're phenomenal at it. When we saw
yeah.
you in action, at
That
the
was
Packer
not even
game.
a good
No.
representation of my work.
We do have
Absolute pro.
we do have one more going out on Sunday. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Which one is it?
The guy in the green suit.
Oh, didn't he?
Was
he
that the
threw the mic,
first guy?
right?
Huh?
The guy
think
that
the
threw
first-
the mic?
Yeah, but it was before that. We didn't show
No,
that
that
part.
was so weird, but
It's
he
a
just
good clip.
threw
You
the
look
mic.
good in that one.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, you can use me for that.
I mean, those clips are killing it.
They are.
No, yeah. No, it was really fun.
It's like the video wasn't doing that well today, and I was texting someone. I'm like, at least we have how many beers do you drink at a Packer game one going out on Sunday, so that'll save the metrics
It's
for
just
the week.
crazy.
Yeah.
Those always do well.
God.
Well, it's interesting because I think, I don't know, like who do you think is sharing? Because when I look at some of those clips, right? You had one that went really viral
Yeah.
where there was maybe I'm making this up, was there 25,000 shares or something on one of those how many beers you drink?
Probably. I mean, that one has over.
Am I making that up? I mean,
one
that's a high number.
That one
right?
has well over 1 million views on if you combine like Instagram and Facebook
Yeah.
and TikTok.
Facebook has.
Do you
I
think
guess-
it's I mean, I guess it's hard to tell. It's just Wisconsin
I
people plus
think-
people from all over.
I think it's really funny.
yeah.
People can relate to it.
It's
People
Wisconsin
identify
culture.
with it. People
Yeah.
like Wisconsin culture. People
Yeah.
take pride in the Packers or the Brewers or Marquette. The Packers are probably we've gotten the best reactions from that content, I would say, which
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. They're kind of just such a beloved franchise. Not that the Bucks, Brewers, or Marquette or the Badgers aren't, but like all of Wisconsin just goes crazy over the Packers. So even when like Tyler Davis, whose house we stopped at before the game, like when he came on that episode, that's like outperformed everything on YouTube for us, even though Tyler's not like a huge name on the team. Like people just love the Packers apparently.
Yeah, even just across the country. I mean, the fans, it's a very unique brand for sure.
Yeah, but Those do well. I think we'll switch it up in the field and find a new question for some variety.
That seems around the drinking culture is.
But it's been fun going out there. I mean, the Tosa Holiday Market had us over there last week, so we put out we covered a Stein holding contest for them, which I got roped into, and some other stuff. So yeah, we like going out there, and we do get a lot of people coming up saying like, "Oh, I follow the show," or
so you do get people stop you out and about,
especially when we're in the field and have the mic. And I think we're more approachable there as well.
I like recognize the logo now too, like because I mean you wear the Milwaukee Uncut hat or sweatshirt out too, and people recognize it.
I'll get it out.
Yeah.
Now
I've worn my Milwaukee Uncut hat.
Really?
And
do you have one of the hats?
I have a hat and I have a little bag. No, I'm a huge fan. I'm a big supporter.
We appreciate it. We're a big supporter and fan of you as well. The feeling is mutual.
I just think it's fun. I don't know. It's fun.
We're having a great time doing this.
What do you have in store moving forward? Like any way that you want to take the podcast? Anything you can reveal?
Yeah. So we've been really encouraged by the response this year, and we're going to make a big push to expand it in 25. So we did partner or have a partnership, should be announced by then or will be announced soon. So I'm fine airing it here with AmFam Park, which is
fun.
Cool. We're going to host the Uncut Open at the X Golf there and do some more content for them. 3 Sheeps re-signed through next year and expanded their relationship with us. That was really cool. We were in kind of a bit of a tough position over the summer from like a sponsorship standpoint, and luck be it, their PR person Beth was kind of pitching me for them to come on the show, and then told them our alcohol sponsor opened up on very short notice, and then she got a meeting with us and Grant, the founder, and Josh, who runs their marketing, the next day, and I gave them the rundown and told them what we were doing and what our numbers was, and they signed on like the next day going into August, which was big for us because if we have open inventory, it's just money lost, and it's not like we're going to put this on pause or scale back. So we got lucky there, and they've been awesome. And I liked the brand before then, and Bre and I had been there a few times, and Sheboygan before then, so they've been super cool. So expanding that relationship, part of that might be a uncut beer coming out in 25, which we'll get to co-create with them. So pretty excited about that. And then, just trying to do more events and programming and expand the content. And we have a magazine coming out in January as well, because there have been so many good guest recommendations, spots, dates, date nights, things like that. So we've compiled that. We'll do like a bachelorette section as well, and some other things in there. So
wait, am I going to be in that?
Heck yeah.
Will you be in that? Will you be in that?
You're like the
Your
top.
nod was not convincing.
Well, we'd love to have you in that.
No, not if I'm in my Andrea. What did you say? Freedom.
Well, that's okay. You just
Freedom Festival.
That's exactly when you need to be in it.
Why.
Yeah.
You just
We're not going to put
meet
you in
a
it if
ton
you're
of
in a
people.
relationship.
Well, no, but if I'm not looking for something serious, maybe.
Okay, would you be pissed if you just picked up the magazine and saw you were in there without us asking you? Because I do that with my friends a lot in videos, and
I don't know
you're
if you can
becoming a friend
do
of
that.
mine.
I don't know if you can do that legally. Can you?
Use someone's
Well,
likeness.
Why don't you
my
make
friends'
why don't you make
videos.
sections where you go? I feel bad though, because I think this is what's wrong with dating. Is you want a little bit of dating, but you don't want to commit. No, I think it's okay if I'm honest about it.
You never know who you're going to meet.
You're on camera right now. Will you be in the January edition of Milwaukee Uncut's first ever magazine?
Yes, but what does it entail?
Let's go. I just told you what it entailed.
Well, does it
you
mean
will be
that-
one
Are
of
we
the
gonna
top
have like
bachelorettes in the city?
Oh, but it
it like
doesn't
a
mean I have to do
description?
anything.
No, we'll just have a photo of you, a nice description
Okay.
on where people should take you, what your finest qualities are, etc.
Okay, that's kind of fun. I'll do it.
Thanks. All right, we got one. Anyone else? DM the Instagram page. I think we're gonna put some Admirals guys in there. We had a meeting with them. They seemed all for
like
that.
hockey
Not the guys.
players?
We didn't talk to them.
I had one of the hockey players. He was DMing me quite a bit, but he's a bit younger.
Oh.
You know,
You're calling him out on the podcast? Shout out to
not gonna hear this. And also, this was months
Okay, this
ago.
was a while ago.
This was months ago.
We love the Milwaukee
This was
Admirals and
months ago.
all the upstanding citizens who play for that organization.
While Richie looks, I don't know what he's looking for. I don't know. It's too.
He's not a. He does
This
not
guy
look
has
Milwaukee.
This guy has 2 buttons in.
He
on
does
a full
not look
button down.
Milwaukee.
He is just absolute
Russian.
modus
Put him in the
life right here.
magazine. You should
Oh,
have
I'd
a
love
20s.
to.
You should have 20s, 30s, 40s or something. You know, you could have different
Divisions.
different
different
divisions.
divisions of-
Yeah, or divisions of how serious you are about dating.
Well, I think
How serious are you right now, Andrea?
Well, no, I was just
casual.
saying.
You be casual.
yeah,
Casual
be-
category.
Like, but whatever's between casual
Yeah,
and
guys love hearing that.
Whatever's
low
between-
commitment.
yeah, but there's
know,
a thing.
yeah.
I say one thing and then it's something else. Then I'm attached. So it's whatever's between casual and a real thing.
well, I feel like it's you not. I mean, like, what if you meet someone great? Like,
Exactly.
you never know.
It could all change.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying this week. In 2 weeks could be a different
you never
story.
know. Yeah.
You really never know. And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Always keep you guessing.
And you're on your toes.
Bre, what's been your most exciting or coolest moment from being a part of this podcast?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, honestly, I've really just enjoyed working with Richie here, and like just for us.
Wow.
I know, what a great compliment. Of us just like working to build something together. Like for me, I mean, like I've always enjoyed like my career too before like joining on the team, but it's always like you've kind of had your baby of, you know, being an entrepreneur. And then me, I've always just kind of like having like my other side, but I didn't really have something that I was like really building towards. So like coming on and then us just really working together towards having like an end goal together, building something has been, I think, honestly, my favorite.
What's been the best part of working with Richie?
These are great questions.
These are
I'm
great questions.
loving this.
The best part, I think, just going out in the field together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Breeze-
it gets him out of the house. Honestly, like his perfect Saturday night in the winter here would be sitting in our basement, just like watching 90 Day Fiance. Would be his like ideal
That's 'cause
Saturday
I
night
get
and going to
hangovers,
bed
so I don't go
at-
out that much.
Yeah, that's fine. But it gets him out of the house too, which I enjoy going to events and stuff. So that's been fun.
Richie, it's relatable.
It gets him out of the house.
It's relatable.
Yeah.
Have been,
Andrea's my age-ish.
yeah, no, I'm not even
I mean,
kidding.
I'm 30,
I know
so.
we're going on like a bourbon old fashioned tour after this.
I'm excited for that.
But I can't wait. After that, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna do a puzzle like that. I'm not even kidding. I can't wait. So that's what
What are
it's.
you more excited for? Going on the old-fashioned
Or the
tour with us?
puzzle.
Presented by Venture Wisconsin. Go get your passport at venturewisconsin.com. The passport tour or putting together a puzzle.
I can't wait to do the puzzle.
Is Igor coming over to do the puzzle
Stop.
with you?
I do not want to get in trouble with this situation. I don't think there's any way I can get in trouble. If anything, he'll just unfollow me. I said good things about him. He's hot.
He probably
he's
will
young,
slide into your
he's-
DMs again.
He is
Athletic.
hot. He is hot.
He
He,
has-
hates buttoning his shirt.
The
I like this
world's-
guy.
The world
world
is
is
his
his oyster.
Okay. We have confirmation from Kimberly Bates on the Admirals.
Is he
Definitely single.
Oh,
LOL.
there we go.
Why?
The world is his oyster. He has the whole world ahead of him. He doesn't want to hang out with a 35-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being self-deprecating. I'm being real. But he did.
I don't know. He might like.
No, he was sliding
older.
in a lot.
Why do you
Yeah,
think?
I
Why do
feel
you
like
think he
might
slid
like
in your
older.
DMs several times? Do
Yeah. So I think he might be looking for
you know
that.
how old he is?
No, he's young. That's why
I
I
just
was.
asked Kimberly.
He's got to be. Or he's early 20s. I mean, all those admirals are.
No, there's some older.
Yeah, we had a bunch of the vets on that
Yeah.
were
How
like
old were
my
they?
age.
They're like 36.
So
Yeah.
those guys I'd be interested in.
They're married.
Yeah, they're all married with kids. Yeah.
Never mind. I'm not into that. I'll get him
Kevin
on there.
Gravel.
I'll get him like on the next
Seems
round.
like
if,
a
it,
great
if it doesn't work
Next
out on the
round
divorce,
after
yeah.
divorce.
That is the age we're at, though. Is like divorce is not. It's not even close to
get-
being a red flag. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
just we'll catch you on the
casual.
next round.
Yeah. They've already been trained once.
They can commit. You
Yeah.
know, they know how to commit.
They're
learned their
tired
lesson.
out.
They've learned their lesson.
They're tired. They want to do
Yeah.
puzzles. It's great. Okay.
Yeah, Igor wants to do a puzzle, then head to the brewery
And then
at
head to
11 p.m.
Heartbeat.
Yeah. I can't keep up with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said the good thing about working with Richie. Now, in a playful way, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh,
What's
God.
this is playful. What is the thing that you're like, this happens, we have to talk about it? This is a dangerous
Gonna
question.
need a bunch of time. No, there's just a lot.
Oh, you have a lot for me?
No, that I think you would have for me or should have for me.
It can be playful.
I think, well, so I would say I'm a very patient, like I'm a super chill person. He has patience with things. I feel kind of short. I don't know.
Zero.
What to say.
Or if Bre makes me look at a spreadsheet,
Yeah.
can't do it.
You can't have conversation. Like I'm a numbers person. Like I enjoy like talking detail. I love details. Hates detail. You're actually with like videos though. You look at details
with
and
Cody?
stuff. Yeah, like
detailed.
actually
Me and
way
Cody-
more
me and
detailed
Cody
than
are
I am.
dialed in.
So
I enjoy those
That's
though.
Cody's pet peeve.
Yeah, Cody's been, yeah, bring Cody.
He's
Give,
too
give Cody a
detailed.
mic. This fucker gave me 11 revisions on this. Hey, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Maybe probably your patience that you just have none. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. I mean,
Well, that's what I think.
it works
To
though.
run a business together and run a podcast, you have to be able to work through those kinks.
Yeah, it
Because it's
works,
never going
though.
to be just totally seamless.
If we were both like impatient or like both,
Too chill.
Yeah.
So I gotta kind of drive things forward.
like, you
I
have
gotta
to
push
drive.
the
Yeah.
envelope to move it.
So it's just like we balance each other out so well.
That's
What
great.
would be your pet peeve of me?
Dicey. Use your words.
No, it would kind of be the same thing of being too timid,
Yeah.
which is I think why we balance each other out. I will give Bre a lot of credit. So when we were at we covered the Stein holding contest at the Toast the Holiday Market on Friday, and since I'm 36 and get hangovers and don't want to cover a Stein holding contest sober, I actually did the contest and got in it. With the in the field stuff, we're like, okay, we can have 4 beers on Friday. We need to cut ourselves off like right when the Stein holding contest starts. And then we can rally for the Badger Marquette game, which has a 12:30 tip off. So we need to get downtown at like 10:30 and get a good enough pregame to go and talk to people at the Harp at like 11:30 and catch the 45-minute to an hour window where we're going to get gold content that we can put on the page. So very disciplined team over here. But anyway, I was not feeling good Saturday morning, and Bre.
I was the one who got sick.
Man, Bre got sick from eating. Well, we don't want to bash
don't
the
say
Toast
that.
Holiday Market, but Bre is lactose intolerant and ate a cheese brat with a mountain of cheese on it. So, but the video is getting good views, so that's good. But anyway, so Bre was feeling sick. I was having trouble rallying, and Bre just went out there. She was like you in the field. She
I
was
going
she
up
was
to
just a
people
fucking
without you.
assassin, just going
So-
out there. But yeah, that would be the normal thing of. Yeah, just being a little timid or not aggressive enough.
Well,
It's hard.
Or saying I don't think that's going to happen, or trying to kill my dreams
I
over
know,
here when I
I'm-
have a far-fetched big idea.
I don't
and I'm
wanna
Oh,
like,
say
so
I'm
you're,
like a
you're more
realist.
the realist.
She's the realist.
No, I'm a realist.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'm such a realist.
I vacillate a little bit, but
I, like,
I do think in most cases I'm a realist.
Yeah.
And I'll always go, well,
Yeah.
this probably won't do well, or this, well, worst case scenario, because it's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Where then I'm prepared for the worst.
Yeah.
Whereas I should just kind of flip that and go, what if, you know?
I know.
But that's
I'm just
tough.
always like thinking like, oh, this could go wrong. But
Yeah.
it makes you prepared, but
Yeah.
also like, yeah, it is.
But I mean,
a defense.
honestly, kudos to you for getting out there too. It's not an easy thing. It's easy for me because I've been doing this for so long.
Yeah, and I mean, your personality too is just like so outgoing.
Yeah. And I think from my career too, I'm not afraid of rejection. It's like if someone says no, okay, doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. I'm gonna forget about this in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Hi, Oakley.
Yeah, but the opposite skill sets has been really good
Yeah.
because
No, it's
we're very good at what the other person sucks at, and that's worked out well for us.
No, it's a great duo. I do want to know how you two initially met because you've been together for 8 years.
9.
Whoa.
9?
I don't think we've hit double digits yet. I think it's 9.
Okay.
I think we met 9 years ago.
Yeah.
In the fall.
Yeah.
9 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's the story?
I was hosting a student office visit day for Marquette University at my company, and Bre walked in the door as a Marquette student. Bre was on the student office visit day, and then I didn't hit on her at the student office visit day, but we matched on Tinder a few weeks later.
That's how we had our first date.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember him from when you first met him before Tinder? You remembered him?
Yeah. No, I knew who he was that I went. That's like, I showed my friends. I was like, oh my God, this is like the guy I went to his office. Like, is this weird?
So when you went to
I
his
showed
office,
my friends too.
I was like 21 at the time, and then you were 27 at the time, and I was like, oh my God, 20. I thought 27 was so old.
Look at us now.
I know,
man, to be 27.
I know,
I thought
honestly.
21 was so young, and it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were
it
20,
is.
I would not have swiped, though, I don't think, because
No.
then
I mean, we went for a
21 was
drink.
kind of my lowest.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I had just turned 21.
Yeah, but you were 21.
Like,
Well,
That's
do you
what
remember
matters,
what
yeah.
what your age limit was? Like you went up, did you go past 27?
I think my limit was 30 probably,
Wow.
or whatever. Like, I think there was like ranges that you could
Yeah.
just choose from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it
Cleared
must
it
have
by
been
3 years.
Must have been 30. But no, at the time I hadn't really gone out on like a formal date with someone that I hadn't really met. Cause it's like when you were in college, you were just like dating other college people that you knew. And then you were just like hanging out. It wasn't like you were going on a date or anything.
Yeah. So then what was your first date?
We went to Balzac.
Oh, I miss Balzac.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I know.
Balzac. What a great
What
spot.
happened? That was my favorite wine spot, and that was
That
on
was
Brady.
his favorite.
I
That was
love.
his
I went
go-to.
I went on a lot of dates
So
to
did
Balzac.
Maybe we crossed paths at some time.
Maybe that was always my go-to.
That was my
I just
go-to.
cycled them through.
We didn't go on a date, did we?
No, I don't think so. Wow. So you
Would have been in the 2016 range.
Oh no, yeah, I was in.
Okay.
I was in New
Okay.
York.
Yeah.
I was in New York.
You were in
yeah.
New York. Yeah, I'd go kind of post up at the back area of the bar there.
You would
and
pregame.
it was-
He
it was
pregamed
walking-
beforehand.
Yeah, it was walking distance from my apartment. I'd have a little pregame at my apartment and then go hit my
Yeah.
PAL and then go over
That's
to
why
Balzac. That was a good setup.
That's why I loved it because I could walk
Yes.
there. I was so upset that it closed.
Yeah, I was sad.
Okay, so first date, because it's always, I've been on many dates from dating apps. When you saw each other, do you remember? I mean, taking you back a long time, but do you remember the initial meeting and what you thought?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, well, because you'd already met, so I guess you already knew you were
we already
attracted to
saw
each other.
Yeah.
But I remember that. And we were at Balzac and then we turned it into a Brady Street bar crawl.
So the day went well.
Yeah.
And then off to the races.
Yeah.
Like you just started dating right away?
I mean, we were like
Pretty much. We weren't like
official
Official.
until like a year or so.
no, it was in May. I remember I asked you out in Culver's after Courtney's graduation.
No, Richie.
God.
You asked her out in a Culver's? Well,
After-
no
I did.
disrespect to Culver's. I
Okay,
suppose.
this is what happened. We were at my little sister's graduation party at my dad's house in May. We met in November, which I brought Bre to. And my mom was introducing her to everyone as my girlfriend. And I hadn't asked her out officially yet.
It had been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I was in college
Yeah.
too, so it wasn't
We
like
weren't really seeing other people.
Yeah.
Or at least I wasn't.
Yeah.
Were you?
no.
Okay, good.
Can you imagine something comes out? We're dating and something comes out.
Man, yeah. Yeah, so then I asked you out at Culver's. Johnson Creek or Lake Mills? One of
I don't remember.
You don't seem that thrilled that I'm announcing
It's
that on the podcast.
she's like, can we move on? No, Culver's is a Wisconsin staple.
It's not like I proposed to you in a Culver's.
I know. It's actually my favorite fast food.
Yeah.
Place,
Put a smile on your face. You shouldn't be bashing
you could
me
get
for
a
that.
Culver's sponsorship or something.
Could have been
worse. Could have been worse.
Yeah. We're going to keep this happy and light. Just give me, what's your favorite thing about Richie, your favorite quality? What's kept you in this relationship for so long?
That's a good question. I haven't met other guys. Just kidding. I like a lot of your qualities, like as a human being. That's what we were kind of going off of. We have like different skill sets. Like I really admire your drive. And too, like at the time, I mean, you were like an entrepreneur, like you were doing your own thing. You were like doing what you wanted to do in life. And I really like admired that. I don't think like a lot of people actually go for what they want to do. It's hard, you know, you grow up thinking like, oh, I just need to get like a 9-to-5 job, or like you have expectations too of family or whatnot. But I really admire you just going after what you want.
Nice. What's something embarrassing about Richie that we'd be surprised to know? Be like he snores. Actually, that's not that embarrassing, but
he is. I don't know if this is embarrassing, but he's literally like 13 years old.
We don't need to elaborate. We don't need to go into detail. I'm kind of a mess of a human being.
Yeah.
No, you're great, Richie.
I am.
Okay, well, let's return the favor though. What is your favorite quality? What's your favorite thing about your girlfriend?
Great looks.
Oh, okay.
Richie.
It's up there. I was getting to it. And Bre is like the nicest person ever.
Yeah, she's
and
very
I
sweet.
just love being around her.
Okay.
And it's been very nice building something with her. You don't think I'm being genuine right now? Yeah.
We might have to do a part 2 therapy session, but
anyways.
No, you guys are great.
You are like the nicest person ever.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit
very
too
nice.
nice.
Like I will say, like running a business, especially being what we've been through, and kind of hitting rock bottom shortly after Bre came on. And I remember like we were taking a walk, and we were a couple weeks away from running out of cash, and Bre was like, "What are we gonna do?" And luckily, like we signed a couple projects so that we didn't go bust. But like, yeah, Bre's always been like very supportive and nice, and like always there for me and for us trying to like get this thing off the ground. And like running a business and getting it off the ground is a shit show. There's a lot of struggle in that, and a lot of rejection and no's, and I think we're going to be here, and then this happens, and like, and yeah, like I think
I don't know
you've
if
been amazing through like all of that.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of couples could get.
No.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So on top of like all of her other good qualities, like I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aww. Well, I think you two are very adorable. All right, give me your best Milwaukee spots. Let's do for couples, right? What are some cute couples spots in Milwaukee?
I don't know if we're at the people.
I go to Sweet Green a lot.
I love Sweet Green.
Shout out to
the
Sweet
one in
Green.
Third Ward.
Shout out to Sweet Green. We go to Cafe Hollander quite a bit. We go to breweries a lot.
Yeah, we like anywhere dog friendly too.
Yeah, Broken Bat. We like that place. Lion's Tail, Rays. We live over in Tosa.
Yeah.
Open Stalis. It's a good one.
Open Stalis?
Yeah. Ope Brewing.
I thought you said
Perspective
open.
and Stalis. Those are good ones.
Yeah. We like the brewery.
The brewery, we've been there quite a bit.
Yeah. They just rebranded,
Three
right?
Sheeps has a nice triple tap room on the east side. Good spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't go to a lot of fancy places.
No, we don't.
I don't really either.
Yeah.
I'm so easy.
I know. That's why like when people ask like, "Oh, where do you go?" We're just like breweries. Dog friendly places.
Oh, you know what is actually a really good idea? I don't know.
The Iron Horse, shout out to them. They've got a good bar in there. Neighbor, partner of the show.
I want to point out, because we did talk about puzzles, there is a puzzle competition at Pomona Cidery that you can actually go and you race other people putting a puzzle together.
Oh, no way.
Do you want to do it?
Wait, what?
It's a Pomona. It's on the east side.
No, we should go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you good at puzzles?
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Okay. Okay, Bre, you can come.
Yeah. I'm into that.
I'll come watch. Oh, you know, another good spot I like and go to often, Zocalo.
I don't know.
That's walking distance from here.
Food
in the
market.
summertime, that's really
nice.
nice.
I go there a lot. They've got a good Mexican place and a good
sushi
Asian place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that a bunch of trucks, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good spot in Walker's Point.
yeah, I was doing the Santa cycle rampage.
Oh, did you stop there?
No, but I drove by it. I'm
okay.
still pretty new to Milwaukee, but I saw it and I was
cool.
like, what is this spot? It was so cool. So I really want to check it out.
All
Great.
right.
Good spot.
Well, that's all I got.